Hi, welcome back. It's the ESL Pro League China closed qualifiers and now into our final map of the day. I can finally say that because there is not going to be any more after this. MVP versus Gosu. We're going to go on to Nuke. And this is, again, one of MVP's better map picks. Don't know how good Gosu are on it, but I have to imagine that they're probably not going to be able to hold a candle against MVP. That said, would have said the same thing about Inferno twice in this case for MVP today. Inferno has not gone their way. I just don't know what to say, man. Like, it's just, you look at this map, it's their best map, and then they just lose twice. What?
They won on Mirage. They won on Dust 2,
how am I supposed to
and they lost Inferno twice.
Make this... How am I supposed to build a storyline about MVP if they just do stuff like this?
If they don't win their best map. Statistically, their best map, and historically, their best map. I don't know. Look, maybe they should just not pick Inferno anymore. I'm not going to say ban it. Just don't pick it. And how about this?
How about
pick Nuke.
Get this.
And don't let it be the third map
Yeah,
in the
why
series.
would you not pick Nuke? Especially against, like, for example, eHome, who just don't play Nuke.
And you know that because you 16-5'd them. Or whatever it was. 16, yeah, 5.
Yeah, they 5'd them, yeah. I mean, gee, that is an interesting thought.
Coming into the second series especially, don't play Inferno.
I don't think I've ever seen MVP not pick Nuke when it's been available.
Yeah, I don't know. They just let it... Well, I mean... Like, technically, they picked it because they had the choice of the third map in both vetoes.
Yeah, but I mean as their first
yeah,
choice.
No, it wasn't their first pick. They picked Dust 2 and then they picked Inferno. I mean, luckily enough for them, they get Nuke anyway because it winds up their opponents. I mean, I think it's also the fault of their opponents for leaving Nuke in. Like,
well,
you know MVP.
You've got to ban something.
Yeah, I know.
MVP is pretty decent usually on train as well.
Yeah,
so
it's hard.
It is.
It's difficult, but like, still, I don't know. Whatever. We're heading into Nuke, and MVP should win it. So that's.
Yep. That's pretty much the takeaway. I don't know what else to say, Tim, because we've pretty much been talking about MVP all day.
Yeah.
So if you want to know anything
hours.
about MVP and you're watching this, just like go back 5 hours, and we'll tell you everything you want to know. There isn't really much more to talk about. I mean, we talk about Zion, we talk about MiniZeta being supposedly the top players for this roster, the superstars. We haven't really seen so much of that today. I think MiniZeta's been all right, but
Solo's had a pretty good day.
Zion's definitely been missing. Solo's had, I mean, well, you say pretty good. I don't know if it's been pretty good.
How about if we leave out Inferno, and then we talk about the maps they played well on?
Even still, like, Dust 2 was kind of a little bit lacking there for MVP, even despite the start. So it's just not MVP's day. They're not playing to their full level. I kind of feel like they're just sort of coasting through this half, you know, like
yeah, if we lose these best of threes, we've got another one, like whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
It just feels like I don't fully... They don't give 100%. And of course, we don't have access to the TeamSpeak or to talk to the players. Like,
or we don't speak
we could
Korean.
we could be entirely wrong. But from an outside perspective, it does kind of feel like they don't give 100% to their game until it's like, here's the finals against Tyloo.
Yeah.
Here's an elimination best of 3 against whoever. You know, like, here's back to the wall crunch time. And they go, oh, let's play Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I don't
go.
really agree with that because there's that old adage of how you should practice how you want to play.
Oh, I don't think it's a good idea. I'm just saying it's what I think they do.
I know, and like for MVP, this should be pretty much considered a practice match, really, against eHome and against against Gosu. Sorry, not teams that are really anywhere near them in terms of general skill level or exposure or experience, individual players, anything like that. Like I said at the start of this matchup, I'm looking for anywhere that Gosu should have an advantage over MVP, and I just can't think of it. Be it maps, be it individual players, be it strategy, be it experience.
Anything.
Anything. But yet, somehow, still, Gosu are making this one close. And 16-11 on the first map of Mirage, even, it felt like it probably should have been a closer map there than what that scoreline would say.
Especially because that scoreline, if you did miss it, was Gosu got an 11-4 on their on their T side even, and then MVP followed straight up immediately with a 12-0 to get 16-11. So, like, that map, it was 16-11, but it was the least close 16-11 ever. It was just one-sided all one way the first half, then one-sided all one way the second half. It was like, whatever. So, I don't know. I don't know what to think about MVP anymore. I feel like we've said that about 77 times so far today, but it's a really weird situation to be in. Nonetheless, we are going to be hopping into Nuke. MVP should have the upper hand coming into this. I don't know how much Gosu play it. I'm not sure if MVP remember how to play the game, given what we've seen so far today, but their Nuke was good, so...
Their Nuke was good,
see.
Yes. That was against eHome. Let's see. I'm just going to have a quick peek and see how Gosu tend to do here on Nuke.
Why don't we?
Just out of interest, because, you know, why not? What else have we got to talk about?
What do you got for us? Just pulling up stats. Okay.
I am pulling up stats.
Live on HLTV with Jordan Mays.
That's right. That's where I get all my information.
That's where you get all your kicks.
And Liquidpedia occasionally. Well, they don't play too much Nuke, but they have some okay results on it. 16-13 last time they played against MVP on it, and that was in September, so only about a month ago.
They 16-0'd a Korean team named Icarus on it in the IEM Chicago qualifier.
Not sure how much stock I want to take in that. They did lose it to Vici as well.
Yeah, that's true.
They've also lost it to Rekka recently, within the last few months, which, I mean, really is not a good sign.
They also lost it to... Oh, okay. That was way earlier in the year. But they lost to Beyond as well. Oh, well, so basically what we're getting at is that this should be a map that's much better for MVP, who by the looks of one knife round and chosen to start CT. Ramp Rush coming in from Gosu. 3 players here. 4 players here for MVP. MVP, please get these kills. There we go. Eventually they're able to get it done, and... Oh, no. Okay, that was... Jinx nearly pulled off another massive pistol clutch, but Glow gets 4 kills somehow in the madness, and MVP will claim the first pistol.
Well done, MVP. You can start off on the CT side fairly well, but Gosu, of course, will force buy into it. Welcome to Counter-Strike, everybody. If you don't know how it works, if you're on the T side and you don't get the bomb down, you force buy. Buy as much as you can and try and make it work, because the CTs don't really have the full economy to beat you.
A disgusting amount of utility damage.
Well, we followed up with a lot of damage out from the UMP of Zeph. Want to get as many kills on the SMGs here as they can, and 4 do go the way of MVP on the SMGs. So good round. Not going to be able to get the M4 though, so it is quite a costly round there actually for MVP. But a nice fast round out from Gosu. Yeah, sounds good. Get it out of the way. Get this one out of the way too. No one wants to watch anti-ecos.
See what they're able to do with just the Glocks in hand. Looks like they're going to go for an Outers Rush bomb there as well. Good grenades. Very good utility damage from MVP thus far. Let's have a look at this in a few rounds' time. We've had a few more non-eco rounds go by and see what their utility damage is at, but it is, as we mentioned, just the Glocks here, so not a lot that we're really expecting. The pressure is more on MVP to win this round cleanly than it is for Gosu to get anything done. There's no expectations on them, but they're going to go Outers, where only Solo is playing with this MP5. They're going for a crouch walk Outers contact play. I love it, but they've all been spotted out. Just, yeah, all right, just run. Why not? There was even a team kill in there somewhere. Mini Zeta's now turning up with the Scout. HSK does have an MP5 in hand, and is actually still managing to make this one work, but the important guns will stay up. The M4s stay in hand. 3-0 for MVP. Pretty easy and quick as well.
First gun round here for Gosu. Not enough money for an AWP, as is generally the case. Enough money for a fairly decent amount of utility, though. You see, this is a 4th round gun round instead of a 3rd round gun round for Gosu, so it does net them a little bit of extra cash, and all that utility is going to be used in toward A as Gosu go for the vent drop, and they are going to get down to B fairly quickly. Stack's just trying to find the ladder, and he does manage to get there. A lot of damage done by MVP, and now they have to retake the B site.
Bulk of their players going to come in through ramp as well. Nades in to clear the close corners. Flashbangs out to allow them entry. COK still lurking around on A, but
oh, the timing not good.
He's missed the timing on Design. Design might get down vents for free here. Lakia has to look towards ramp. There's players all over him. He's only going to be good for one there. Solo's going to be able to drop straight in. They could potentially get on this bomb straight away, but they're going to have to get on it quick. The smoke's there. HSK is going to spray in and find 2. It's a 1v1 with Mini Zeta. He's going to re-smoke the bomb, try and stick it here, and HSK is actually missing. He's going in with the knife, but he can't get in there. I think the bomb might just get defused in time. It will.
Wow, Mini Zeta, what a hero.
What?
What? Jesus.
Cool. That's how you clutch a round.
3 kills through a smoke in that round. I don't know what to say.
That's how you do it.
This game has got everything. This game has got everything.
It's much more exciting than Inferno was. I'll give it that.
A little bit quicker as well, which is nice. Maybe Gosu don't have too much in the strat book, which is why they're playing a little bit quicker. Though, admittedly, they did have something a bit nice to get down the vent there, so This time, they're just going to all group up, and that's going to work out nicely for MVP, who throw a bunch of utility in their direction.
This is the spacing that I was talking about. Notice how everyone on Gosu runs out one by one through a smoke. How to get shot in the face by CTs individually, 101. Do that. Lakia, Mac 10, pre-firing in the corner. Will grab himself to 1 kill, but instantly traded. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, I suppose. 5-0 for MVP. Where's this utility damage? There it is. 318 for Zeph, 99 for Solo. That's about where I thought it would be. They've been throwing a lot of HE grenades early, or in the early couple rounds. Yep. The Molotov's been great to shut them down the last few rounds.
318 is actually obscene out of 5 rounds.
3 entire kills with utility in 5 rounds. Out of, how many did he have? I didn't see.
318.
No, I was looking for kills.
Oh.
Hold on. Thanks, MC. Love your work. So 5 kills, of which he's got 3. Well, doesn't necessarily have 3, but he's got the equivalent of 3 with utility. It's pretty ridiculous. Tactical timeout for Gosu. We'll see what they've got for us. So far, every round has been one of 2 things, which has either been take outers or throw a grenade and then a smoke, or a grenade at the squeaky door and then a smoke to block out hut / front of vent to try and get down vent cleanly. It's worked about half a time out of those couple of attempts, so they did get down vents that one round, but then they got retook. I'm not actually sure what the past tense word of retake is, but...
Retaken, I would guess?
Retaken? I don't know. Either way, MVP managed to win it with that minis that are incredibly clutch diffused and the AWP shot through the smoke. So we'll see what Gosu are able to get done now they've had a chance to chat about things. The buy is not there for them. Deagles, AK-47, and a single scout going up against what is a very full and healthy buy from MVP. Full belts of utility on every single player, using a lot of their utility early as well.
Why not? Gosu have been playing fast. So try and get that utility down early. Make sure you're not going to get caught off by anything. This time though, Gosu have slowed it down quite substantially.
We're going to be looking for an entry over into ramp here, but Minizadale is in wait, and he's baiting for Glow in the corner, so should get the easy kill here. The push is going to come in, and they've actually let these players out, but the bomb is now down in an awful position for the T's. Glow's just tapping away, having the time of his life, easy as you like. There's another 4K for him, 1 in the pistol, 1 now. Sitting at 10 and 2, having a very good game. And this is more the dominant MVP that we've been expecting for, I don't know, the last 5 maps. Good to see they're showing up now, the second time that they've played Nuke. Gosu really have nothing to offer. They're clearly not particularly well versed on Nuke. The strat book is very shallow for them. Which is fair enough. It's not a map that either team, or that these teams would play too much if it's not a pick for them. So, going for the basics at this point, just trying to get picks. Looking for anywhere that CTs might present them with an angle, but MVP well versed and just sitting back, chilling out, using their utility early to stop any pushes. And Gosu, they're respecting that. The raging pace of the first couple rounds has been slowed down considerably in respect to MVP's utility usage. But still, Gosu aren't really doing anything with the time they're not pushing. They're just hanging out and waiting, hoping that someone in MVP will get over aggressive. And this sort of thing might work in, say, I don't know, 4 rounds. Like if MVP get up 9 or 10-0, I wouldn't be surprised if they start pushing. But for now, 6-0, while it's a good start, they shouldn't be at the complete lack of respect phase here. I actually lied. There's an execute onto the A-bomb site. Gosu have more than I give them credit for. Smokes and Molotovs out. They do find that opening frag. Now they're immediately going to split down ramp into B. It appears I spoke too soon. MVP, or not even MVP, Gosu do actually have strats on this map and plans. Got the utility ready to go. That one's executed perfectly. They get the single kill with the Molotov now. Straight onto the B bomb site. And MVP going to have to go for the retake over through Secret, and they've still got to deal with HSK here in Outer.
Yeah, I think they've lost too much already to try and go for this retake. Still going to take them ages to get down to B. Probably better off just saving. Economically speaking, MVP is doing okay, but we can see how quickly the CT economy does fall by the wayside if you do start to throw away rounds. So for MVP, just taking 3 guns through here, obviously 3 kits, 3 sets of armor would obviously be very, very beneficial, and one of them being the AWP as well. Quite an expensive weapon. That's what MVP figures anyway. So it'll be 6-1 here. Gosu do get their first round on Nuke. Take 4 guns through for themselves as well. Zeph, I'm not sure that's necessary. I'm not sure what you're going to gain from that. If you get a player on their T side, okay, they rebuy 1 gun, but it's the T side. It's much bigger loss for MVP, even despite the fact that they have got a lot of money. So, a bit unnecessary. Is it a double AWP for MVP? No, Zion's going to throw that back.
No, that's just a misbuy, I think. Which is a shame, because that's a lot of money to be wasting. Solly's found the first kill, though, and see, okay, let's see AWP down. Feels like I gave Gosu too little credit, as they did have the full execute onto A, then fast ramp play last round. They knew that their execute on A would force MVP to be looking at it, shooting at those smokes, spamming the mollies, and they got down the ramp for free and onto B. So MVP now going to have to be a little bit more careful, I think, and they have responded by moving Glow over to the ramp room, not leaving that unprotected anymore. HSK with the spam up through hut. It's something we see too much of, but something that makes a lot of sense. There's frequently a player that plays there, but look at Solo go. He's walk pushed all the way through outer. He's cleared roof. He's hearing all of this utility happening inside. Solo could be about to get the biggest flank of his life here. See if any of them are looking at him. No one is, but here he comes. 1, 2. He's spotted them both. He's actually whiffed it. Solo gets one, but he could have had so much more. It's a position where he really should have gotten both, considering he saw both. Nonetheless, he keeps his team in a favorable position. But now that he's out of the way, that does give the T's freedom to move wherever they please. Looks like they will stay in lobby for now, though. And smoke towards the door. Molotov into hut. Looks like they're going straight for the vent drop. We've seen this a few times, and down they go onto the B bomb site, where I'm actually not sure anyone from MVP is down here. Can't quite see yet. No, no one's down here. Actually, I think they have rotated one in. Got a player in the corner just in time. Mini Z is here on the ramp as well, but the bomb's going to go down. No, Glow's going to get there and stop it just in time.
Yeah, and Mini Z is in the perfect position here to cut off anyone that tries to retrieve it. So a very good round for MVP there. Gosu's got money. For the majority. HSK can get an AK and armor. Like, yeah, will miss out. Gosu could force through here, though. But maybe the save. Well, Jinx has got armor. Oh, looks like we've got a pause. Half time, huh? Tactical pause for the T side. So that would be Gosu again taking a tactical pause. What do you suppose these ladders are for?
Those ladders.
Are they really ladders, or are they just?
The water if you fall in it. Probably.
Tim, you can swim in water. You don't need a ladder.
Can you swim vertically out of the water?
Well, it doesn't seem like the ladders are going to go high enough to actually get you off the...
You're right. It's a bit of a design flaw. I didn't actually realize there was like another reactor down there, but there you go. There is. I suppose it makes sense. It's a nuclear power plant. Well, I wish I knew enough about nuclear power plants to talk to you about what all these bits do, but I got nothing. So.
Well, I think the water's for cooling.
They do nuclear power plant stuff. Yeah, I think there's like, I don't know, fusiony fuel rods or something in the bottom there. I don't know.
Oh, there you go. The more you know.
Smart man. I don't think we have a single nuclear power plant in Australia. So.
I would have no idea.
Actually, don't. I don't know. I'm not sure if we do or not. I know we're like the biggest uranium exporter in the world, but.
Also did not know that.
Well, there you go. The more you know. Nonetheless, tactical pause does come to an end. Gosu have scrounged some sort of buy together. 1 SMG, 3 rifles, decent amounts of utility.
It was, in the end, the force buy from Gosu, so I don't know how this is going to work. There will be eco after this, though, unless they get the bomb down. This will be 3rd round losers bonus, I think.
Yes, I think it was like at 5. Yeah, it was at 6. No, 2nd round, I think, if they lose this. I think it was at 6-0 they won a round. Something like that. We'll see. Either way, Gosu grouping up on the roof. Looks like they're lining up some utility. Gonna throw a bit of an execute into the top site. They got grenades. Smokes and Molotovs probably. Maybe a flashbang as well. No, it's actually just a triple nade, except one of them missed. But triple nade on the top hut. I really like that from Gosu, but Zion doesn't care. He just waits for it to go and then gets the kill anyway. That would 100% have been a free kill on top hut if Zion had actually been up there, but doesn't give him the opportunity. Instead, flashbang out. Once again, though, Gosu have gotten free access down the vent. Stacks only gets the one before going down, but the remainder of the T side have taken that lower bomb site, and once again, there's no one here apart from the ramp player rotating in, so...
Yeah, but is the bomb there? HSK, I think, was the one that was still on the upper side, so he takes a little while to get down, but...
That's fine.
It's going to go down. It's all right.
Yeah, it's interesting that MVP actually aren't playing anyone directly on the lower bomb site. They're just rotating people in. But I suppose it's working. Sioko close, needs to have a big performance there, but can't get that one done. 4 versus 2 now as double push comes in. Going out through Secret, getting aggressive even. Now bomb planted. There's actually no smoke on the CT side here. They've got to find these frags, and Leaky has come in and found 2. Mini Zeta not going to get anything done at all. Gosu, they found the gap in the MVP defense. There's no one actually playing on that lower bomb side at all. So MVP, they can buy through again here, but they'll need to change that up, I think.
Yeah.
Start playing someone in lower.
That's the second time that we've seen Gosu be able to get down there and get the bomb planted. Well, okay, yeah. But there was that one round that Minis that had just clutched that probably should have actually gone the way of
exactly.
Gosu as well.
That was the third. That was the other one. Like where they somehow MVP still won it, but
they shouldn't have.
Yeah. And then there was that one round. I think they went down there as well, where they actually had Glow in the corner. And that round, funnily enough, they won because he stopped the bomb plan.
Looks like
they're going to do the exact same thing. I mean, it's working, except Jinx has gotten lost.
Yeah.
Zion's not checking that corner though, just playing back on the HUD, so he will be safe. But yeah, I mean, I still don't know if there's anyone from MVP playing. Oh, there is actually someone in Secret. There you go. So Solo, oh no, he's out by Red, and he's somehow won that second engagement. Glow's turned up now as well. Stacks will hit that one, but on the AWP, 1 versus 4. Looks like it's going to be a big old reset for the T side here.
Definitely does, which is fantastic news for MVP. Because things were getting a little bit touch and go for a moment. Sax has still got a minute to work with, though, to try and do a little bit more damage to this CT economy, which Gosu at this point will know is very, very weak.
It's worth noting as well that MVP still aren't playing anyone on B. They had someone playing out red. I think they might have had someone backing them up from Secret as well, but there was still no one actually on that B bomb site. So that vent drop is still...
Well, MVP just thinking, let's play our own game.
Yeah, I mean, it still potentially leaves the lower bomb site vulnerable to that vent drop, though, because MVP aren't putting anyone lower at all. They're just having to play the rotate game, coming in from Secret and rotating in through ramp quickly. So we'll see. Keep an eye on it this round and see if they do put someone lower, but I really don't think they are. I think they're playing 2 on A, 2 towards ramp, and then Solo is on his own outers. Okay, Glow's gone lower. Good. So Mini Z is going to try and hold off ramp with the AWP, but they're dropping directly down. Glow's about to have a lot of pressure on him because while they do at least have one player down here now, it's still only one.
Yeah, not so bad against what the buy that Gosu has got here. I don't really have too much long-range ability. We've already seen MVP start to make their rotate down to B. Minis that are still watching up there in the ramp room. He spots the head of Jinx, but decides doesn't really want to take that engagement, smokes it off. I think that's going to funnel Gosu into the B bomb site here. 1:07 on the clock. Solo very, very close by the door. In fact, Mini Zeta will have a bit of a stash now with the rest of the Gosu players. Does go down. The P250 not doing too much damage. Siok dropping onto the bomb site. Zeph, oh goodness me, he's looking in the wrong direction, and Siok will get a free kill onto him. Now, however, we are seeing MVP start to clean up the round as Solo gets in a good position up Heaven Ladder. 9-2, MVP win another round. It's an eco here for Gosu. Starting to feel a little bit worried now for Gosu in this map.
Oop. Bit of a team hug.
Team huddle.
Gosu though, Glocks in hand. Not a lot of chance for them here. MVP putting on a clinic on CT side here. It's been, for once, much cleaner from them. There was that, of course, incredibly close retake there that Minis had managed to pull off with that clutch defuse as Solo lines them up. Will go down, but bomb actually got dropped there as well, so it's all on stacks now. No gun retrievable. Not going to get anything done there at all. Zeph cleans up the final 2. But yeah, apart from that one round, really, discounting the rounds they lost, the rounds that MVP have won have all been quite clean, with the exception of that one Mini Zeta, very clutch defuse.
Yeah.
So it's much better. It's much better signs for MVP. Finally looking on form. Should be able to keep this up. Maybe get 12 or 13 rounds this half. That's, of course, the dream. 10 is probably enough, but they like to get one more at least. 4 rounds on CT, 4 rounds on the T side is probably what you limit. Probably what you want.
I don't think
them to, excuse me. But
I think based on today's results, we can't really say, oh, X amount is enough, because it just has proven to be absolutely incorrect.
Yeah,
time and time
2
again.
rounds was almost enough on Mirage.
Yeah.
11 rounds wasn't enough on Mirage.
That's what I'm saying. It's just crazy. So I guess for MVP, you want to get to 13 right now.
I mean, Ferno, I should have said for the first one, but you know what I meant.
Yeah. 10-2. Gosu with another buy here. That was a decoy grenade.
Correct. It's a big old bamboozle.
That is definitely going to make MVP wonder.
Well, they actually finally made decoys semi-useful.
Well, yeah. But not in that situation.
Yeah.
It's
well,
literally...
It's on his radar now. It's standing at his feet. Oh! Oh, no. 2 damage.
Actually,
Done.
you'd probably
Free.
be happy with that out of your
$50
decoy.
for 2 damage. Look, someone do the maths on how much like an AWP is worth. $50 for 2 damage is
Zion,
probably cheaper. Zion, the molly
hello.
spreads, mate.
He wasn't even flashed. He was just standing in the
he was just standing in it. He thought, I'm on the floor, I'll be out of it. But no. Right, well, that's the opening, I guess. I think that's twice that Gosu have got an opening with an incendiary grenade or a Molotov, but Zeph only able to get one. Now Solo stepping in. All right, well, that ended quickly. The meat grinder comes in. Solo and Glow get it done. 11-2 now. Money once again garbage for Gosu. Let's see some utility damage. Heck yeah, 126, 342, 150 for HSK, 142 ADR for Solo as well.
He's been putting in work.
He has indeed. He's actually
Zion's got 28 ADR.
Yeah. What's Venomy's flash there as well. I do like that more stats view. One of the few things about Panorama that was an upgrade.
Oh, that'll be a bit more damage for Zion. He's been having a difficult day. I think that's fair to say.
His team is still getting it done around him though, so can't always carry. I suppose. Zeph just caught 97 damage from, I'm guessing, a Deagle dink? By the looks of things. Yeah, he was playing Heaven and he got dinked. That's real rough. Look here, trying to get through this smoke, but Zion's going to say no with the spray, force him back. This one should be another round going the way of MVP pretty easily.
Oh, yeah, it was 3v4 at the time, but Minizetta getting HSK does stabilize things quite a bit. Gosu completely split up right now. Glow should have a fairly straightforward kill ahead of him here. Stacks does have full HP, however, so all he needs is the headshot, and that's what he's going to get. Now he has an AK. Look here, if he finds that low HP player of Zeph.
Let's bomb down.
Which he does not. Stacks makes a what a shot. But Zion's there, waiting. 12-2. Easy does it.
Hopefully 13-2 now for MVP. About time that they had a really dominant half. I mean, they had that 12-0 second half, but their first halves haven't been
Remember that 13-2 on Dust 2, Tim?
Yeah.
I remember.
About that. They still won the map.
Congratulations, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, 2 rounds was almost enough on Dust 2. That's the map I wanted to say. And 11 was not enough on Mirage.
Yeah.
Oh, well, who knows? Asian Counter-Strike is one hell of a drug. But now MVP finally are conclusively getting the better of Gosu. It's taken them a few maps, but this is more what we expected. And now it's just one last gun round for Gosu to see whether the 3 will go to their scores or to MVP's. Got a lot of utility to work with here and a lot of time, but haven't really found too much map control just yet either. Stacks spamming the little cutout that Zion's been playing in, but not going to get anything from it just yet.
Gosu slowing the round down a little bit this time. I wonder if that's going to play in their favor. Solo did spot COK out. But once again, it looks to be a push toward the A site here from Gosu. Molotov certainly is going to funnel them away from ramp. Zion gets the better of Jinx, so a good start to the round. Minizetta will easily be able to deal with at least 1 or 2 here. And that's the second. Flashbang out from him as well. Now he's just sort of trying to buy time, waiting for his teammates to come and save him. Zion does just that, and we'll find COK. HSK's position is known. That's a good shot from Minizetta. 13-2. MVP. Back to their usual selves.
So for MVP now, T-Pistol when it's done, ideally is what they're looking at here. Gosu just 2 rounds on their T side. I mean, we say this map is CT-sided, but this is like 2016 level of CT-sided Nuke if they were going to make a comeback from this. I think the biggest comeback ever on LAN on old Nuke was like, I'm pretty sure VP came back from a 13-2 or a 14-1, something like that.
It's possible.
Used to be. Not so sure it is anymore. Nuke is no longer that CT-sided, although it is still CT-sided. I think now it's just MVP being the better team. So now, as we move into the pistol round, For MVP, plan of action is take CT pistol or take T pistol, win the game. You get like a 16-2, 16-3 off. Easy does it. Get a bit of confidence restored from what has been an incredibly rocky day of qualifying matches for them. They're going to put themselves into that upper bracket final against Vici if they can close this one out. And if they can't, then they'll be going down to lower bracket with a bit of a sad look on their faces, I think. But now they're going very quickly in through ramp. They've identified the weakness. There's only one player here on the B-bomb side who will eventually go down. It's a bit messy, but the kill comes in. Bomb can be planted immediately. And already they're hunting for the rest of Gosu.
Good start to the round here, and good start to the half for MVP, but they need to consolidate and close this out.
Zeph's sitting here.
Zeph's being a bully, and it works out nicely. Glow with 3 in the round. And that's the pistol for MVP. 14-2. Gosu looking like they might just fall by the wayside here on Nuke, but I'm really not ready to call it before it occurs. MVP still need 2 rounds, and sometimes 2 rounds is difficult to come by.
We'll see. Nade stack coming out for Gosu. They've got the triple grenades. Most likely going to just fang them down the side, fang them down outside or in through the door. They're actually trying to stop a vent play with that. I like that, but MVP have just thrown in utility of their own, not committing any players towards the vent just yet. HSK is going to jump down to the corner. Did Stacks just get an MP9 out of nowhere?
Yes.
I didn't see that he had one before, and then all of a sudden he picked one up. Oh well, the kill's starting to trickle in now for MVP. Stack's going to get 2, actually. That's a big play for him to be making there. The bomb down his possession as well. This is pretty awful for the T side. Mini Z is going to be able to trade it back, and COK can't get it done. So we'll get sprayed down now, 15-2. Like I said, win the pistol, win the game. It's now map, match, and series point. I think 2 of those are the same thing, but still. Just 5 kills away now are MVP from getting this final map 16-2. That would be quite a way for them to claim this one. It would be a great statement of a bit of dominance.
It would be a great end to a great day of Counter-Strike, Tim.
Sure. You sound very exuberant about it.
What do you mean?
Outside take coming in for MVP, though. Full utility out. Bomb already looking to cross towards Secret. There's actually no utility there at all, but again, it's an incredibly limited buy here for Gosu. They've already committed a few players into Secret, hoping to catch out MVP, but it's a last-ditch, last gamble effort. Got to do anything they can at this point to get ahead.
Long-range angles being played by MVP right now. Gosu have done a little bit of damage. And MVP... Not sure if they're easily going to be able to win this round. Jinx might present a free kill to Solo, but timing may work in the favor of Jinx there, actually, as Solo backs away. Still all of the Gosu players alive. Zeph is watching the angle into Secret, but now comes the attack on the A-bomb side, and that's worked out really nicely for MVP. PK just Lakia left, and he'll find 2 with the Deagle, making this one look doable, especially if Stacks could deny the bomb plant there, but he can't. And MVP close it out 16-2, finally finishing off the matchup against Gosu that probably should have turned into a 2-0. In the end though, 2-1 is good enough for MVP. That's going to keep them in the upper bracket. That's going to put them through their matchup now against Vici. Gosu will be knocked down into the lower bracket. All in all, a long day for MVP, but they get what they wanted.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the end, they're pretty lucky that their opponents did leave Nuke in for that 3rd map because they ended up needing it both times, and both times they had dominant games. 16-5 in their first series against eHome, 16-2 we just saw there against Gosu. So they did need Nuke. They get pushed all the way to Nuke, but nonetheless, they still managed to close out the series with that map in their map pool. So they'll be pretty happy, I think, with that. A lot to work on Inferno for them. They'll be happy with getting the win at least, but they know their Inferno is questionable. They have to know.
Exactly. I think obviously you're happy to get the win, but I don't think at this point you're particularly happy with that performance as MVP. We know that they can do better. We've seen them do a lot better in the past.
They know they can do better.
They know that they can do better. So they're going to need to go back to the drawing board and figure things out, because that was a fairly uninspired performance from MVP. And if they bring that kind of performance up against Vici, who we've already seen beat Tai Lu, by the way, this is going to be a tough match for MVP.
yeah, MVP, if they roll on with that sort of performance, they might get smacked. We'll see. I mean, of course, the players know better than we do, better than what we can point out exactly what went wrong as they're in the server, so they'll be able to work on their mistakes going forward.
Yeah, pretty much all we've got for you tonight. So if you're still keen for some more Counter-Strike action, you should head over to ESEA and jump on there because there's still plenty more Counter-Strike going on all over the PUG servers and everything like that. Maybe your way into the ESL Pro League later on down the track. That's where MDL kind of happens as well. And maybe we'll be casting your games in the future. Probably not yours, Tim, unfortunately.
No,
Probably not mine either.
Look, there's a reason I'm sat behind the mic and behind the camera, in front of the camera, and not somewhere playing this game and being good, because I'm not. But that's okay, because you can be if you play on ESEA. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Fairly interesting day today, however, as MVP. You know, they get the results that they expected. We'll bring up the bracket here and show you how things did play out. It was the 2-1 over eHome, then the 2-1 over Gosu. Would have expected a 2-0 for both of those matches out of MVP PK, but it is what it is. It's done now, and they do secure, like I said, that place in the upper bracket final, which is against Vici, and also puts Gosu down against Tyloo. So that might be time to say goodbye for Gosu in that particular matchup. Still waiting for the Flash eHome match to decide who will play against CyberZen. But you look at all the teams left in that lower bracket, and you really see it's pretty much just Tyloo, right?
Yeah, basically, this should just be Tyloo beating whoever they need to get through to that lower bracket final, and then playing. I think it's actually hard to call who they'll end up playing out of Vici and MVP. It depends very much on how MVP go and prepare for the next few days.
I think it should be Vici, but
yeah,
I'm not sure that it will be.
I think it should be. It depends on how MVP go, but either way, we're basically looking at one or two of three of MVP, Vici, and Tyloo qualifying. Because I think Tyloo should win their lower bracket final. Should. Not saying will, but I think they should. So basically it comes down to them, and then whoever wins the upper final, I think, will be our two teams qualifying. But, I mean, they've already lost, and they've lost the best of three to end up in the lower bracket to begin with, so maybe they'll get knocked out. Who knows?
We've had a lot of surprises throughout these qualifiers so far, but none yet that have knocked any of the top teams out. And obviously both of those top teams are still looking to go to the finals, and that would be at Odense, December 7th to 9th. Tyloo and MVP really the ones gunning for those positions at the moment, even despite the fact that Tyloo is down in that lower bracket. Avicii, I think, is kind of an outside chance, a dark horse perhaps, but those are the teams that we're keeping an eye on here headed into those finals.
Certainly is, and that'll be interesting, I think, to see which of them, or if either of them can make it once we do get through to the Asia playoffs from there.
Yeah, once we do get to those Asia playoffs, but that's going to be coming up later on down the track. That's all we've got for you tonight, so we'll see you next time. Until then, have a good one.